Playoff fever has come to upstate New York, and there's a look at New Era Field. Coach, playoff fever has come to upstate New York, and there's a look at New Era Field in Orchard Park. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Baltimore Ravens and the Buffalo Bills. What twists and turns will January have in store for us? The NFL playoffs are officially underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Coach, playoff fever has come to upstate New York, and there's a look at New Era Field in Orchard Park. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Baltimore Ravens and the Buffalo Bills. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Come on, set. Get ready. 54 miles. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. Oh, he bowls over it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
54 miles.
Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. It's caught, Lockett. And some room to work. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
On 2nd down, it's Jacobs. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. And now Murray's going to set up to throw. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's 3rd and goal.
58, right over there, right over there.
Murray now, 3rd and goal. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. On now is Vinatieri as he'll try the field goal. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. Vinatieri's kick is good. Not the touchdown they wanted, but hey, you're on the road in the playoffs. They did get 3 on the board.
Yeah, it's a good opening drive, so you feel good about it yourself. You get to the sidelines. The defense feels good about you helping them right out of the gate. The team Yeah, they feel pretty good about coming in the playoffs and getting points on the board right away.
Ready. 70 ending. 51 to mine. Go, go, go.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. Back deep, the dangerous Tyler Lockett. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Jacobs now. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Murray now on 1st down. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. DeForest Buckner never giving up. He works his way to the QB for a loss of 12. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Here's Murray from midfield. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Murray with a 3rd and long. A deep ball for Ellington. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark. And the defense able to recover, bat it free.
And now Adam Vinatieri. He's into his 40s now. You'd think low to mid-50s, probably about the outside of his range. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. Now, there is nothing easy about being a kicker on a day like this.
Yeah, I tell you, not only is the footing tough in the snow, but kicking that ball is like kicking a rock. Very difficult to get any sort of feel on your kicks.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Check the backer, check the backer. Jam, 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 jam.
A run for Nick Chubb. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Janoris Jenkins. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. On first down, Jacobs. Tackle made there by Chidobe Awuzie.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
On second down, Jacobs. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. The first down line at the 34 here on third down. Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. Completes it to Benjamin. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
They'll come out in the pistol. Here's Jacobs. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
Gerald McCoy is always going to be linked with Ndamukong Suh. They came into the NFL in the same draft class. There's a lot of debate about who was going to be the better defensive tackle. They just do it 2 different ways. McCoy, more movement, more elusiveness. That allowed him to make the play there for a short gain.
They come out here in the I. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. They'll run it with Jacobs. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. Now Murray. This is caught. He'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a fourth down. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
This one fielded at the 5. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
He's going to air one out. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion.
And 8 yards to go.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Jason Pierre-Paul able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. Here's Britton Colquitt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now it's Lockett. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The first update from Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. It's the Rams that have grabbed the early lead. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. A gain of 3, 2nd down. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
On 2nd and 7, Murray. He lets it fly for... That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Tyler Lockett, 57 yards. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
It seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
4 down, 4 down.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
Ah, you're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski, okay? Oski was an
things
interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a two-syllable word. Yeah. You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Don't want to.
I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think
did.
you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. From the gun, Jackson. And he's going to go down again. Cameron Jordan providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. Here's Britton Colquitt now, as he's on to punt for Buffalo. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Returnable for Lockett. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half, let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about it.
They'll run on first down. It's Jacobs, and they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. Oh, now Murray has it stripped. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go.
I'm coming after you. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Right there. 54.
Murray. It's complete to Lockett. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th. Ravens going to use their third half. And now Adam Vinatieri. He's into his 40s now. You'd think low to mid-50s, probably about the outside of his range. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And I don't think we'll miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we're at halftime of this AFC Wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go. Ready?
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. A give running right is Chubb. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They give the Chubb out of the gun, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now a pass hauled in downfield. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well to get a few stops.
Now Jackson. Thomas has got it. Complete. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Ravens have got it.
Playing in snow brings so many other factors into the game. It's not just trying to take care of the ball. And we just saw there, the guy's difficult to do. But just trying to keep your feet and carry out your assignments and make sure you're comfortable while you're out there playing. Are you warm enough in your clothing? A million things going on. But the biggest one, hold on to the ball.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed,
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Throwing on 3rd and long. Murray. Benjamin's got it. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it now because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Throw is Jack. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off at the 30. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. Vinatieri now to tack on the PAT. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point. And our score stays right where it is. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of... And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Cameron Jordan giving him once again his third sack of the afternoon. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Throwing is Jackson. And he fires a strike to his big target, Demaryius Thomas. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down.
21 yards on the play. Brings up third down.
Here we go. Here we go. It's Pittsburgh. Here we go. Double time. Double time.
We got on third down, it's Nick Chubb. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. Running for it, here's Chubb. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Ready?
Counter play with Jacobs. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain. We've seen the pressure get to him several times in this game. There, though, we see him escape it.
And we've seen this rookie video before as well. That type of pressure, oftentimes, what do you resort to? Your legs try and escape. Which
the football comes out. Jacobs lost it. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And a cut to the right and some open field here.
I don't care what the scoreboard says, partner. You know who's winning this game right now?
Mother Nature?
Yes, indeed. Precipitation's winning in a big way. Sloppy. All these turnovers right now.
Yeah, well, this was the forecast. We got what was forecasted, and we've gotten a lot of turnovers.
Watch the whip. Check 52. Check.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Trey Flowers able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. The Bills on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Jackson from the shotgun. He's going to find his tight end Boyle. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. 4th down, here's Jackson. And this is caught. He hits Moore. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And they'll be down just outside of the end zone at the 1-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead. But I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. Here it's 3rd and 2. Murray now to throw. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
On 1st down, it's Jacobs. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven 1st down.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven 1st.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. On 2nd and 9, Murray. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on third.
Come to my world.
Throwing is Murray on third down. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 44-yard line. Everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down. That's going to be caught. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round. But I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more like they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel and make sure they get their security deposit back.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Mack Wilson. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Back to throw it, Murray. On the right side open is Gesicki. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up first and goal.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here. Now from the 9, here's second and goal.
Watch the run, watch the run.
The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game, check, got that done. Win a wild card game, big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. Now we just have to deal with a snow-filled parking lot as we say so long from Buffalo.
I'm just looking forward to getting warm.